Hello, welcome to the Ichthyan Forge. This intro is actually shot after the video that you're about to see. Had a mix up with my camera. It all went to slow motion again. One day I'm going to snap a picture on my phone and show you why I keep hitting the button and shooting everything in slow motion. But anyway, I lost that footage. I don't know exactly what I had to say to you at that moment. But in this video, we're going to be working on the sacks again. We'll be working on the guards and pommel. But I will go ahead and let you know that stuff I discussed in the video that you're about to see, I end up not doing. We're not going to do inlay, but just, if you will, now that I've given you a spoiler and told you the end of the video, told you the end of the story, please watch anyway, and you'll see how I come to that conclusion. This is going to be the second to last of these videos, and today I'm hoping to shoot, well, not going to shoot the end of the sacks, but anyway, this is the second to last of these videos on the sacks. So come along and let's see if I stop rambling and start doing some work. It is very gray today. I just said no rain until this evening, but I'm expecting it at any moment. Since I have not gone out and bought any more super glue, I'm still using my Star Bonds that shouldn't be using for this job, but it works. Yeah, that's plugged tight as a drum. All right, when that sets up, which actually it just did, I'll take you back to the drill press. We'll get that done. I didn't realize my camera is about full, so I'm gonna have to empty some stuff off of it before I can continue recording after I drill this. That's pulling loose. Whoops. I thought I broke it. The drill bit, that is. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. But I got a hole started. That's good. Now I can remove this flippy floppy thing, also known as the upper guard. Says me. There we go. As far as I wanted that. Now, I gotta have a place for my tang, when I peen my tang, for it to fill in. You know what? I'm actually not gonna worry about that right now. I'm not, because I'm gonna be hollowing a lot of this out. Alright, so I'll get back with you as soon as I can get my camera emptied. So, yesterday I got ran in the house by rain and mosquitoes. No, they didn't run me in yesterday. They're going to try to today. But I got ran into the house by rain and my camera running out of space. Today, the heat will eventually do it. We're expecting heat indexes of over 100 degrees, potentially. So, I'm not going to be out here working in that. But that doesn't say I can't get something done here today. So anyway, what I've done is I've marked the ends of my upper guard here, so I know what kind of space I've got to work with, and I've got to get some kind of a layout here for my shape. Yeah, y'all can see all this, I know. Well, I know what it means, all right? We've had a lot of rain here in the southeast this year, and mosquitoes are breeding. All right, so maybe some question out there about the proper use of layout fluid. So today I'm going to cover the proper use of Dicam blue Dicam layout fluid. What you do is you take the bottle, leave the cap on, you place it where you've got your center mark, and you use it to mark around. See, when you mess up, you kind of fix that. That is the proper use for Dicam layout fluid. You believe me, right? And that's wrong. I'm going to have to redo that. So much for being funny. Turns out the bottom of my tumbler here was the right diameter that I was looking for. The line is a little bit lighter, but they come out about the same there. So I'm gonna grind in from side to side and get to these lines, and then I'm gonna come down and make it round-ish. Ground to my old line. All right, well, I can fix that. So I ground to my original line there. I knew I should have taken acetone and cleaned that off. I did not. I like the shape, so I'm just going to come in here, measure up there, and do some magical stuff or something. All right, so I'm going to that line, not that one. myself on this grind. Get the tiki torch. The mosquitoes followed me. This could take a while. Get your camera set up before you hit record here. So I took a file to it instead of the sandpaper. Sandpaper was moving too slow for me. I would have recorded that, but there was a good song on the radio, so I didn't want to. I didn't want to not hear the song. Anyway, if you're curious, I Want to Live by Skillet, one of their older ones. What I've done here, I don't know if you can see that. I was looking down here. I've marked where my center line is here. And I'm just going to run that up. If I can. Come on. I know I can do it. Remember that heat I was talking about? It's coming. Mosquito is ignoring the tiki torch over here. So there's the center line there. Let's flip it over and let's do the same thing here. So, got our center line. Now, there's still a little work needs to be done here. This is not symmetrical. It looks fairly symmetrical on this side, but not on this side. I think before I go any further, I'm going to have to straighten that out. I'll get back with you. All right, so I'm going for a 3-lobe pommel cap. Let's move that out of the way before I set myself on fire again. Hey, yeah, again. I haven't done it with a tiki torch, but I have done it before. Anyway, I'm going to start with a file to start just laying in my lines. I don't care if these lines are very deep. Oops, they can't do that though. This is going to give me something for a burr from a Dremel to sit in and to make that a little bit deeper. Or anyway, there's going to be some shaping done. Let's just leave it at that. I'm sort of making this up as I go along. Not really, but I have in mind where I want to go with this. Okay, that'll probably be enough there. What are you? Stop buzzing me, please. Didn't get a look at it. It sounded like it would sting you. Well, that's an ugly line. But it's well, let me have a look at this, because I don't like that. I mean, I like the design. I don't like my lines. See if I can maybe go with the Dremel and get that straight. Anyway, we'll pick back up when I get the Dremel on it. I want to apologize in advance for the wind today. I don't know what I can do about that, but it sure is annoying if it's coming over on the microphone. I was going to do something different with these grooves, but I've been thinking about it, and I think I'm still going to do something I've never done before. I think I've got some copper wire around here. I mean, almost who doesn't? I believe I'm going to grab some of it, anneal it, run it through my draw plate, and then twist it up and put it into the groove I'm creating. I think that could change. Okay, so we've got that pretty well started now. Okay. Come on. I don't know that I'm going to need to come back with the Dremel. Come back in and soften here, maybe with another file, and just roll this a little bit. I don't know what to do, which way to go. I'll try right there. Yeah, that's, the vise is getting my hand there. I just realized y'all can't see a blooming thing I'm doing. Here's that. Alright, so I'm just going to carry it around onto this side, ignoring these outside lines. And we're just going to file these. File it like this. I'll bring you back in when something important happens. So, that's what we've got. Of course, everything is still very rough, still has to be sanded and all that lovely stuff. But yeah, that's what we got. We got a good base to work from. All right, so this is the upper guard. It and the lower guard should be the same. It's 2 1/4 across, so it's going to be 1 1/8 to the center. There's my center. I'm going to mark off. Let's go back to that inch mark. 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. Same on the other side. Now we'll spin it around here and attempt to do the same thing. Now I should probably do that all the way around, but I'm not yet. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do on the sides yet. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna put a design like that in there, but you're gonna have to wait and see exactly how. This is gonna be fun. All right, I think I got it. I think I know what I'm doing. Normally the famous last words, right? Alright, so now I just got to get the other side marked. Alright, so I'm going to try something new here. I'm going to come in with a little graver I got and see if I can make some nice little channels here. I've actually shot some video of me working with this, make sure my head's not in the way. But somewhere along the way that video got lost. I don't know where it went. If you know anything about engraving, you know someone who knows about engraving, but they aren't on this channel, please tag them, send them my way, because I will take criticism on this. I will take instruction. Because all I seem to get is a nasty little gouge. Actually, I am quite pleased with that. Except my body's in the way and I can't swing the little bitty hammer. Here's my little hammer. This is the same hammer I use in the forge. Matt and I use it for making curls, small scrolls. I don't get these nice curls. When I watch somebody else do this, they get these really nice curls with their material. I feel like I'm gouging deep maybe and coming back up. I don't know. Like I said, if you know or know someone who knows, let me know. Let them know about me and point them to this so they can come and say, hey, dummy, that's not the way you do it. So yesterday I gave up with the graver because I might have overheated it when I was sharpening it, but it got to where I couldn't even make one short half-inch, three-quarter-inch line without it, the tip of it blunting, rolling in wrought iron that's much softer than that steel. So I suspect that I damaged the heat treat with the temper in it. I'll work with that later. What I'm going to try today is to take a little ball burr there on the Dremel and clean up the cuts that I already made and make the new cuts. And there's another issue. Hold on, I'll show it to you. There's an issue here with the handle. Yeah, the handle and the upper guard. Okay, you see the top hole here by my finger? You see it now? That's a problem. There are options. I could bring the handle down some, but to bring in the material here, but not that much. I'm gonna have to come above it and drill new holes in the upper guard and pommel cap, but we'll worry about that in a little bit. Right now, I'm gonna clamp things up in the vise and start seeing what I can do with a little ball burr. I'm developing an idea here. We'll see if it'll work. So I found that the best thing to do is just simply to fix this. There we go. Fix it and use it. I'm having the best success with it, so that's what we're going back to. I think I'll just turn it around and do it. Okay, so we're rolled again. I gotta go fix that. Okay, I'm gonna call this video here, and a little bit of news. I'm gonna have to back off of the sacks for just a little bit. You see, normal people, when they need wire to inlay or for whatever, they go to jewelry supply places like Rio Grande or something like that, and they buy the wire and they buy the tools to inlay the wire. I've never claimed to be normal, but anyway, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I need to buy some wire to do the inlay on this. I'm hoping that I can do the inlay. Since I used the Dremel on this, you'll see that the grooves are pretty wide. And then I also cleaned these up a little bit with a file, but you see some of the grooves have disappeared there. I'm not gonna make you sit through me doing all those, redoing those grooves and things like that, but anyway, I gotta clean up some of these lines. They're not straight and all that. And I've got to get proper tools to be able to inlay the wire properly, and I got to get the wire. So once I get a paycheck in here and I can do all of that, we'll get back to the sacks and finish it up. I'm going to shoot for one more video on that one. But next Workshop Wednesday, I want you to tune in. We'll be working on a different project. So anyway, if you found any value in this, please like down there where you drop likes, and comment. I could really use some comments on these videos. And last week's video didn't do so hot. I didn't name it Workshop Wednesday. It had to do with sacks. It was supposed to be Workshop Wednesday, but if you haven't seen that one, please go back and watch it as well. By the time this airs, it'll be from 2 weeks ago, and I apologize for not getting Workshop Wednesday video out last week. So anyway, we'll catch you next time.